Let me tell you all something. You know you're on a different level when you have your name on your exhaust. I don't care how hard it is to read it, but you all can see that the name is on the exhaust.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mr. Khan.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah,
All right, what's happening, everybody? It's your boy Kenneth Sean with the world famous do. You know you want to sing along with me, so why aren't you doing Blue Oval Media? And you all, I got one of the most famous notchbacks in the world. It's been on this channel before. We debuted it on this channel last year, but the difference is it's a year later and it is nowhere near the same. Let me show you all this car right now. The sun is hitting this thing so right, but you all know this as the War Admiral 363. Look at the paint on this. Now you all are saying, I remember those wheels, but you don't remember that lip because it is not the same. Look at that top, Lord, just look at this, man. I mean, I don't, like, that car is tucked, and I mean, so many different things. It's a lot of things this car is known for. Look at that interior. But it's a lot of changes that has happened with this car. And so I'm not gonna do it any justice by talking about it. Let me just get the owner in here and have him break down all the changes that have happened with the car. All right, young man, introduce yourself.
Tom, War Admiral 363 on Instagram. How's everyone doing today?
Well, we're great now that we see this car. This is the second time this car has been on here. Tom, you've done a lot of stuff in the last year. Give us some updates on what has happened with this car.
Yeah, so for starters, we did, well, actually, it's really been in the past 5 weeks. We did full-blown mini tubs, completely new fuel system. It's got 3 internal pumps now.
Wow.
3 4.8 285s, new turbo. We added some ports to the Holley system to accommodate the fuel system. New Detroit speed, rear suspension, new barrels, moved some vacuum lines. It's new custom pipes.
Okay.
A whole bunch of different things.
So new custom, okay, but I feel like you're missing something here. You got new fuel lines and fuel pumps. Why though?
Because I went with a bigger turbo.
Oh, you went with the,
Yeah.
wow, I love the, wait, wow, no. You all saw how he tried to, like, you know, oh, I just got some new fuel lines and fuel pump. I'm like, usually when people get fuel lines and fuel pump, there's something else that they did in order to do that. And I like now how he just threw that in.
So here's the thing, it's actually multiple reasons. I had an on 376, 75, and the exhaust side was a little too small. The car was building a lot of back pressure with that exhaust side, so it liked to blow out manifold gaskets.
Wow. And
also the Aeromotive A1000, the external pump was heating up on me because I drive the car in the street. So it's they're really designed for more of a track, unless you put a controller on it. So I went with a SN95 style tank.
Got it.
With 3 4.8 internals, so the fuel wouldn't boil.
Yep.
And it's made a huge difference.
Wow.
But now the new turbo is a VS1 Racing 78-75 with a 1.25 exhaust side to help relieve some of the back pressure with the car.
Well, we want to see that. Like, we're talking about it, but we need to see this, man. I mean, this is a lot of, do you all like that 6.0 badge? Yeah, started here first, just FYI, in case anybody asks. This is quite interesting. Whoa. Wait. Yeah, it makes sense now. I mean, my God, Tom. Jesus. Wow. I mean, Tom, I mean, you don't spare any expense.
Yeah, so with this new turbo, the exhaust size is a 3.5. And with the 5-week time constraint, what we did was, instead of going to 3.5, we flanged out the 3, welded it together, so it's a 3.5, goes down to 3-inch, and that may need to change in the future to a full 3.5-inch exhaust. But so far so good. This week I've driven it and it seems to be much better. It makes a ton more power. I haven't really put in a dyno to get the numbers yet, but it's really made a big difference. And we went with the VS1 because Precision is supposed to be making a bigger hot side for their 76 millimeter, which ultimately is what I want.
Yeah.
But it's been a year, almost 2 years, and it still hasn't been released. So we went with the VS1 to see if it makes a difference before, if it comes out, I'll swap it over. But until then, we're just gonna let this thing go, let it eat.
Well, man, look, let me just say this. Like, first off, for you all that did not watch the video before, you'll see it at the end of this video. We're gonna make sure that you can see the old video. This car was already making over 950 horsepower, maybe over that. He may have been just modest. So obviously with this bigger turbo, it's not making 950 anymore.
No, it's definitely not. It's definitely not
making 950 anymore. Bottom line, Tom is one of those people that like to build jets and Fox bodies. And so if you all are looking for a jet airplane Fox body, this is the one that you all need to take a look at.
You know, it's a completely new animal, Ken. With the new, you know, before I was only running 285 wheel because I like cars real low.
Yep.
Similar to you.
Yeah.
So we like them real low, and it needed more tire. I wasn't willing to sacrifice the ride height for more tire.
Yeah.
So the only solution was put a 335 on it.
Well, let's go take a look at that, because I mean, it's only one solution.
Right.
Like, but it's not just both on, because I mean, the wheels look similar, but they're not.
No, they're so BC forged 12-inch 8x18s now. There's actually enough room in there. We went with the Detroit Speed mini tubs.
Yep.
But we extended them like a little 1.5 inches, notched the frame, so I could actually fit like a 13.5 inch wheel with a 345. But we went with the 335s because you know how hard these tires are to get right now, man.
It's just the hard. Impossible. If you all haven't looked up Toyo tires, yeah, you trust me, it's the hardest thing to get. But my God, look at the lip. But not only that, look at do you all see? You can't even put a sheet of paper in between that wheel and that. I mean, it's tucked in there. One of the things that I like about what Tom does, look, I did this angle on purpose because you cannot see the wheel poking out, which means that it is tucked in there. But then look at the width of the wheel. Jesus. And then look at how far away it is from this custom name plated exhaust. Let me tell you something. If you see anybody with their name on the exhaust and they're not the manufacturer, they stole it from Tom. It started here first. The War Admiral had it first. But I mean, you did a great job with this tub, and I mean, even this fuel tank casing, like this is like very, very different and amazing, man. Like, you definitely are very creative with the thought process with what you choose, man.
Yeah, I like resto mod cars.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you see 335s, it really has, and not knocking it, I like it. It's just got like a real drag race feel to me. And I like the Pro Touring low resto mod look, so I wanted to keep everything. And shout out to Detroit Speed because their new rear suspension, guys, is awesome. It allowed me to put 335s with room, a full exhaust. It moves the coilovers onto the frame rail so you have room on both sides.
Got it.
And it rides night and day better than any coilover I've ever experienced.
Nice.
So shout out to them for allowing me to keep everything on the car and still run a tire this wide.
Now, one of the other things that we're not going to be able to necessarily see it, look, he has his name everywhere, but one of the things that we're not going to necessarily be able to see today, so just like you have the Holly screen in there, correct?
Yes, sir.
He has that Holly 12.3, and it looks amazing. I mean, and you all, come on, man. The custom interior, like, first off, the fact that he was bold to not do the same thing that everybody else is doing. I love the fact that you did something different and went against the grain. But it's one other thing, and we can't necessarily show it today, but you have a special set of lights on here that, like, at night really changed the game. Tell us about that.
So the lights actually stem from kind of my daughter.
Yeah.
Like, my daughter comes with me to every show no matter what, and I kind of wanted her to be part of it.
Yeah.
So we were watching some YouTube videos, and we saw some actually of the import world, like Underglow, and it's been coming back even the Fox Body world. So I wanted them brighter. So what I did was, instead of getting like your typical Underglow LED strips, we used rock lighting off of 4x4 trucks.
Yeah.
So I have 3 rock lights on each side that's controlled by my phone Bluetooth.
Wow, wait, it's controlled by your phone?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you can change, it's like every color through the spectrum. And then we were at last year's Foxtoberfest, people were taking their phones and kind of like trying to look at the engine bay. So it clicked in my brain, like I should put some kind of lights under here.
Wow.
So what we did was, we mounted 2 rock lights up here.
Wow. Let me make sure do you all see this? Like, that's just a different level of thinking. I see it. And I've actually seen this at night, you all. It's definitely next level.
Yeah, so it wasn't easy getting those through there. And shout out to Kyle from Blue Sky, because we were trying to figure out how to get through this. This isn't hollow, you know?
Wow.
So we tied a nut. He's like, let's tie a bolt to it. So we tied a bolt to it and ran a magnet down and out through the corner there.
Man, that's
it's awesome, man. It lights up everything. So if you need to work on your car, if you want people to see it at a show, boom, hit the lights and done. You can control the brightness, everything. It worked out awesome.
Dude, that's some creative stuff,
Yeah.
man. And your level of creativity is amazing. And you have AC on this car.
I do.
I see the compressor sitting right there. Like, does it work?
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
dude, anytime I see AC on a car with all this horsepower, I'm like, yeah, I have to hurry up and get my money together, because
It's technology, Ken, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, we were taking AC off and all this stuff to gain 10 horsepower. But
Right.
with Holly and all the technology,
All the technology is-
we could have both. And not for nothing, my family comes with me to all these shows, so for them, they don't want to ride around a hot box race
Exactly,
car. So
exactly.
it makes it nice for everybody to hop in the car and enjoy the show together, you know.
So two last things. So when you have your family in the car and
Right.
as the ride height and everything, do you have any issues as
Zero.
it relates to it rubbing?
Zero. It does not rub at all.
Wow.
At all. Zero.
So you got AC,
Yeah.
everything. Well, man, look, the last thing is that everybody, for the first time, if they've never heard it, everybody needs to hear this car, man. We want to hear this car start up, especially since your name is on the tips of the exhaust.
Which exhaust mode do you want to hear?
We have options. Wait a minute. Did you hear this, man? He just said that we have exhaust mode options. What are our options, sir?
Do two today. So there is four. So there's three cutouts in the car. There's one up front. I added that again to relieve some of the back
Got it.
pressure issue. And then there's two rear cutouts in the back that go around bypass pipes. So it bypasses the mufflers, so I can close them or run straight mufflers, or I can open them and run like a certain percentage of exhaust through the mufflers and then straight pipes, so you don't get that tractor trailer
Got it.
sound.
Yep.
So we'll fire it up with the opens in the rear.
Yep.
And then I'll open the front and
Love
we'll
it.
hit it like that.
Let's do it, man. I love this stuff. I love the technology, man. Look at those lights, man. Like, oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't have any words. Did you hear that? Did you hear how he just cut that off? I don't have any words, man. Like, one of the things I can always say about this guy is that he never, ever lets me down as it relates to staying on the cutting edge of technology and stuff. And this is the thing, like, one of the things I always love about this car is that, you know, Tom always goes to the next level all the time. And I just always love to see the upgrades and the stuff that he does with this car. And this is hands down one of the best Fox bodies in the country, hands down. Like, you know, you can make your arguments or say what you want to say, but hands down, this is one of the best ones in the country. So I just want to thank you, sir, for allowing me to do this again. And like, I'm looking forward to seeing that 1,400 horsepower number.
I'm not putting on the dyno today because there's not a lot of miles on it, or this weekend, but we're gonna get it there next season for sure. You got my word on it. And listen, Ken, I appreciate you. I appreciate every single person watching. You guys are great. Support Ken. He's an awesome dude.
Oh, man, you're too kind, man. Too kind.
The realest guy. I mean, what you see is what you get.
Like,
so
I appreciate it,
make
man.
sure you support this channel, and I appreciate you all supporting me. Thank you very much.
If you all don't know, you look up on Instagram. It's at War Admiral 363. Listen to me. If you want to see this car and all the stuff that's happening to it, you got to check him out, man. He has some amazing stuff, and he's doing stuff all across the globe. So if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for when all the new videos are coming up. It's your boy Ken of Sean with my man Tom, Blue Oval Media. I am out.
Later.